Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Just Assassin once again. Thought they were gonna hit me. Thank you for watching. Today I'm playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the Dreadful Crimes side mission. This is part 2. I've done one before. And we find out who murdered who. And try to figure it out. Kind of investigative. So let's get started. Please subscribe and leave comments. They're much appreciated.
There you are. This could be interesting. There's no shortage of firearms in this neighborhood.
I suspect the solution will turn on geometry, timing, and human nature.
There may be a penny dreadful in it. Look into it, won't you?
Let's see here. Right here. It's the dead guy. That's the clue.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Getting a little bit crazy. Okay. Guess the direction of the bolt. Came from over here.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
So it's probably his. Okay. Those are the clues. Oh, this big clock. Let's see here. There's a smash. Yeah, that's amazing.
I should return and find out about this.
Got one more clue. There's like two shots. And there's this. Simulations can talk to this guy first.
From what I can gather, Prescott was shot almost exactly at 12 o'clock noon. When Colonel Prescott retired from the army, he used his connections and started this munitions factory. He wanted the men that served with him to have work when they left the army. Apparently, they put the clock there while doing some repairs. It still runs, I notice.
was a good man. Very honorable. I'm proud to have served under Colonel Prescott in the 11th Foot Gold Coast, Africa. Prescott put that up in memory of the time he led a sortie across the Pra River to outflank Ashanti warriors. Things turned out badly that day. Horrific. We lost several of our comrades. Prescott wanted us to remember them. I was on my way here. Heard 2 shots I did, right at the stroke of noon.
That's pretty precise, though.
Bullet hole in the clock. That's a new one. It could have already been there when I arrived at noon. Or maybe it was the second shot I heard.
I'm gonna go over here where the shots were fired from.
Him and me like to insult each other. I was a lieutenant under his command in Africa. I love the army. No one questions you when you wear a uniform. Anyways, every morning when he arrived, we'd call out and joke with each other. Yeah. Well, Prescott led a flanking sortie that went wrong. Lots of casualties. Some men called the colonel a coward, but it were really just bad luck. Anyway, he resigned. To make amends, he offered work at his factory whenever one of us left the army.
Maybe there's one on the second floor. Let's see here. Nope, that's a bed. Can't go any higher. Go here. Got the gun up here. Sniper rifle. Stylish knife. Strip ones. Smells as well.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Yeah. Is there any higher? Let me go up first. Here. Jump down. Talk to him as well.
The young lads across the street were fooling with a pistol they'd found. A bullet must have gone astray through the wooden fence. Hit Mr. Prescott smack in the chest. Bloody unlucky for all concerned.
What is this? Fresh puddle of beer. Other puddles continue along the street. I'll go over there. Let's go over here. This is the beer. here, and then I flew down there. He's down here. Dead white goose. There's a goose at that fountain.
I should return and find out about this.
Saw him each morning as I drove by. Seemed like a good sort. We lost the entire barrel of beer, damn it. I heard 2 loud bangs, but thought nothing of it. Later, I found a bullet hole in a barrel. Imagine that, a bullet hole. My lad Samuel might know more. He's around back, tossing trash in the river. The poor lad. Fell on my doorstep a few years ago. He's in a bad way, has some sort of malady. Rides in the back while I make deliveries. Hard worker, very determined.
Where is this guy? He's a part of it.
I just drop off beer. Don't pay much attention to people along the way. There was an hole in a barrel. I've got no explanation for that. That's for some sickness I picked up a while ago. Can't remember the name of it.
I think it might be him. Let's go interrogate these people over here as well. Strong feeling it was that guy I just investigated. Over. What's this? Got one more clue. Right here in the ground.
He stood right there on the mark and shot the target. I went to shoot, but there was a loud bang. I was surprised and missed the target completely. It wasn't me who killed the man. I'm no murderer. We found a revolver underneath the lumberyard window. Don't know where it came from.
Okay, I should interrogate this guy one more time.
I admit it. I sell stolen rifles and pistols. All very hush-hush. Black market. I made that shot. Early this morning, Prescott challenged me to plug the 12 from my shot. I missed just slow. No one witnessed it. It was too early in the morning. I brought that gun back from Africa. I was a sniper fighting the Ashanti. I used that gun this morning for Prescott's challenge. It's the only Whitworth we have. I'd never sell it.
Might be him.
Yeah. Well, Prescott led a flanking sortie that went wrong. Lots of casualties. Some men called the colonel a coward, but it were really just bad luck. Anyway, he resigned. To make amends, he offered work at his factory whenever one of us left the army.
Okay, so the real question is it him? Or is it the guy over at Bear Yard. Another guy sled. I feel like it might be the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go with the other guy. No, I'm gonna go with him. Might be wrong though. Go with him.
Me? I couldn't have shot him from the attic at that angle. I only shot a clock.
Dang it! Must be the other guy then, obviously. I thought there were only 2 shots though. The orphan boy, and then him shooting the clock.
His goddamn cowardice in Africa got me best friends killed. He should have faced a firing squad.
There you go.
Very good sleuthing on your part. It's a miracle anyone survived, what with all those bullets whizzing about.
Arthur Conan Doyle. Good deal. Didn't get the full reward though. Let's see what the next one is. We got 2 of them. 3 of them. Let's try for this one. Try any fast card. Oops, there's one. Gotta take that. Oh, I guess this way is faster.
Here now. Moving! Faster! Come on!
It's quite far away though.
Come on!
So I should have went with my gut first time. Didn't really have any answers. Down.
Gotta go.
Do another dreadful crimes. Mission. Just gonna fit right in there. Big deal. A lot farther away than I thought it was. Good thing I took a horse buggy. Kill this horse.
Easy, girl.
So I have to go over. Down. Come on. There we go. There we go. Locked in to die.
My write-up of that last crime was so ingenious that Purlock Publishing tossed me quite a tidy sum. I believe...
Cash's body. Going upstairs. one more? Yes, it is. Nope. People are all gonna be suspects. It's gonna be a tough one, I already know it. No sign of struggle, no wounds. This is definitely gonna be a tough one. Front shot locked from the inside, no sign of break-in, so it has to be someone that he knew. Got the candle. Yellow wind candle. That was sometime in the night, or right before he went to bed. Letter from Cash Ryan. Okay, so ensemble. He's an editor. That's not very liked. I wanted it dark. Airbag communicating. Who lives in the neighboring apartment? Should be a concert. Someone who's in the orchestra that lives in the next apartment. Okay, so he's super harsh. Can we look at this? On this letter written in a feminine hand. Picking up.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
Standing door with lock and hinges. So it was done by the air vent. Collect all the clues first. There's one more clue in there. I didn't have. Ah. Something right here. Chamber Orchestra.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
All the clues in here. I'm gonna go to this other one. There's the vent from the neighboring. Labeled basement.
I should go back and ask about this.
Inspect the newspaper. Audience. Okay, so definitely someone from the orchestra.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
I feel like it's Miss Bloomfield already, just from this. Come the orchestra, I won't turn on.
just like that, eh? He lived right next door and often came home from his concerts a bit drunk and singing at the top of his lungs. Drove my wife near crazy.
Maybe it's Mr. Bloomfield.
Cashin had an eye for the ladies, no question. I was a bit jealous of him, frankly. I was down in the cellar, fiddling with my experiments. That belongs to Mr. Golden. He's an awfully nice chap. We let him use our apartment during the day when my wife and I are out tending our shop. He likes to rehearse here where the light's better. That belongs to Mr. Golden. He's an awfully nice chap.
I did experiments.
Our apartment during the day when my wife and I are out tending our shop. He likes to rehearse here where the light's better. I'm an amateur chemist. Henman let me set up a few experiments in the cellar.
Mr. Golden, eh?
Mr. Cashin is dead? I just saw him yesterday. He looked in the peak of health. If you ask me, he paid a bit too much attention to the caretaker's wife. Scandalous, really. They must have seen each other nearly every day. Last night I was knitting in that chair. Then I felt quite sickly and opened the window to clear my head. I certainly didn't hear anything. When the lights quit working yesterday, that sweet Mr. Golden handed out candles to everyone. He's such a nice man.
Okay. So who's Mr. Golden?
I'm just the housekeeper, but Mr. Cashin was a dear friend. Each morning I bring him his coffee. Today his door was locked shut. My husband is the caretaker. We live downstairs. We have the keys to all the apartments, so after knocking, I became concerned and let myself in and found him like this.
Okay.
The lights weren't working. My husband didn't want to waste any candles, so we retired early. Mr. Cashin was a respected music critic, a very accomplished man. It's true. I loved him. He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I kind of believe her. Very dirty with soot. Okay, so the electricity was turned off. Why are you not looking at the candle?
I should go back and ask about this.
Thing is, the dead guy had a yellow candle. Got one more letter. Okay, so he's got sheet music. Right now it's like looking at like Mr. Golden did it. A cold gas tin supplies gas to the building covered in dirt and soot. Mr. Golden's
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Small beaker of yellow liquid, half full.
I should return and find out about this.
That's a candle. Beakers. There's no door or anything, it's wide open. Sooty clothes. Now I'm thinking it might be the caretaker, because he was mad the guy was sleeping with his wife. Unused white candles. See? Standard screwdriver.
I should return and find out about this.
Mr. Cashin's dead. Difficult to believe. He led a quiet life. Out at concerts most nights. Shut up in his room writing the rest of the time. He must have been a lonely man. My wife felt sorry for him and helped him as often as she could. I'm in charge of the running and upkeep of the whole building, so I can get dirty now and then. I was just doing some work in the basement. I forgot to put it away after I fixed Mr. Golden's music stand yesterday morning. I left it there, and he came to give it back. The gas quit working yesterday. I don't know enough to fix such things safely myself. A man from the company is going to come by tomorrow.
What am I missing? Oh, there's something right here. Keys in my pocket. To the basement. I might be overanalyzing it.
I worked very late. So did he. I only met him once or twice in the 2 years I've been living here. I was out giving a benefit recital for unemployed musicians. Several dozen people can attest to my whereabouts. I use them to create an ambience when I hold private recitals.
I don't think I believe you.
Ah, yes, be careful with that. It can be dangerous. It reacts badly with heat.
No idea. Bloomfield. Let's see here. Let's see. Is it miscellaneous? No. Where is the notes? There it is. Dreadful crimes. No sense, struggle, no wounds. Air vent. Someone who had keys. I bet it was this guy.
I never had any problem with the man. What? With my wife?
That bastard.
It wasn't him. I was gonna say, like, the doors weren't off the hinge.
He destroyed an entire orchestra.
Yeah.
All those musicians put out of work. A rancorous old man who had no talent or creativity of his own.
I suspect there was more to that mystery than meets the eye. I'm going to look into it.
Up to the clink with you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's where I'm gonna end it this time. Little update. There's a few more dreadful crimes side missions to do. If you have a preference, just leave it in the comments. Also, supposed to be getting Tom Clancy's The Division next week, so stay tuned and tune in for that. Tell your friends and family about it. More viewers, the more, much more appreciated. Also supposed to be getting MLB 16 The Show and the Uncharted, The Thief's End. So look for those in my future. Thank you again for watching. This has been Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Dreadful Crimes Walkthrough Part 2. Please subscribe, tell your friends, family, girlfriend, whoever about it, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.